that said that the Braves are not planning on getting any at-bats for Billy Hamilton. Because if you are aware, in 7 years of being in the big leagues, he has less than 700 hits, and he has almost as many strikeouts as he has hits. And that's in 7 years.
Yeah.
And his OBP is under 300, so offense is not there. It's just not. He is a pinch run in the 7th inning, 8th inning, and then you leave him in the game to play defense. That's what he does. And so that's what they provide. That's what they're hoping to provide by having him in there. Hechavarria, I honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I think Joyce and Culberson are going to be your main pinch hitters in the playoffs, and I think Hechavarria is going to be your defensive wizard off the bench, if you will. For those Braves fans that have been around for a while, if you remember the early '90s and the years of Rafael Belliard, Denny Hechavarria is your new Rafael Belliard. Can't hit a lick, but boy, can he play some defense.
Well, let's put a hold on, because he's actually.
I think that once Swanson comes back, he will be back before the playoffs. My guess is that he's going to be back towards, I'd say, in between the beginning and middle of September is whenever I'm kind of expecting him to be back. I know he's resumed some baseball activities, and him and Riley both. But I really don't know that Camargo has a place on this team at this point, especially with Hechavarria playing the defense that he plays. I think Hechavarria is going to stay. Ortega probably not. He's not going to make it past September when the rosters expand. Billy Hamilton, I think whether or not Billy Hamilton stays depends on what the Braves want to do with the bullpen. If they want to go with 7 in the bullpen, or if they want to do 8 in the bullpen when it comes to the playoffs. And then as far as I think it depends on that. It also depends on Ender and Ciarte. I think there's a possibility that we may see Ender and Ciarte come back that last weekend of the season. I really do. I think he is going to push as hard as he can. Nick Markakis is doing his best to come back, but his thing is he's going to just have to let it heal. He's going to have to let it heal. And the thing about having both of them is neither of them are going to be up to strength. They're going to have to get their strength back in the playoffs, and that is not what you want to do, but they're so vital to this team that we got to have them. And Nick Markakis at 80%, Ender and Ciarte at 80% is on, 4 out of 5 days a better option than Rafael Ortega. Is better than Billy Hamilton. And so we're going to definitely use them in the playoffs. I really think the only one that we're going to see stick for a while, and whenever I say a while, I mean through October, through our playoff run, however long that playoff run is, the only one that's going to stick is going to be the new shortstop, and Denny Hechavarria. He will be regulated to a bench role once Dansby comes back, and he's going to be just fine with that because he plays some amazing defense.
Absolutely. I mean, you talk about our new shortstop where, he can't really hit, but he's come in at 9 at bats. He has 4 hits, 2 doubles with an RBI and also a walk in that sequence. So, he's come in. What I love about when we do bring guys up, like a Adam Duvall, like our new shortstop, Ortega, we see that these guys are producing right away. And now they obviously, the pitchers start figuring them out. But I right now, obviously, because the numbers are great and his defense is fantastic. It's hard not to have him at our shortstop right now. Him and Ozzie look like they're having fun out there on the base path, like him and Ozzie and Dansby Swanson were doing before he got hurt. And we don't know how Dansby Swanson is going to be when he does come back, because a heel problem, that's a hard situation or a hard thing to get over. And we've seen that little hiccups here and there that's causing him not to come back. Now, do I think Echeverria is going to take his spot? No, of course not. I'm not saying that. But it's going to take time for Dansby Swanson to come back in and be comfortable again, to get his foot. Even, I'm not really worried about the defense. I'm more worried about the hitting situation, because you have to plant on your heel when you come down to hit. So that's the first thing that hits the ground before you swing. And so I'm more worried about his offense compared to his defense. So it's going to be a sticky situation when he does come back, because he's going to be kind of coming in not as a full-time starter right away, because he can't. That's just, you can't do that, because what happens, I'm 100%. He comes back out the first game, and then he does it again. He's out for the rest of the year. And we need him for, if not anything, in our bench role. But he's going to come back. He's going to be fine. Hopefully Nick Markakis comes back. He should be fine, and we'll get our groove back and rolling. But Ender Inciarte has been absolutely fantastic. He is probably, in my opinion, the hardest thing or the hardest player for us to lose, because not only his offense, every single year, he has a terrible first half of baseball. Below the Mendoza line, and all of a sudden, moving into the second half, his average just keeps going and going and going and going up. So he to me, his defense is just tremendous. It's hard to take him away. That's why I believe because Billy Hamilton is a great center fielder. He's a great defensive guy. Now he just can't. His WAR, I don't know if that was a joke. His WAR was at 10.3, and that's a little bit. I don't know if that was real or not, but that's what it said. So, it's hard to believe. And like you mentioned, he's not there to get any at-bats, because we don't need him to get any at-bats. But come in, take the place of, like when Riley was there, take the place of him over there in left field, or move him over to center and have Acuna over there in right field. So the thing that's going to be a little bit different when he comes in, and I think he signed a major league deal, so I think he might actually have to start in Atlanta. I'm not sure about that, and we can find out. But it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a fun ride the rest of the way. Where we've already gone past what we need to do. Any final words before we let you go, my friend?
I was listening to a local radio station here today. The guy that I was listening to, some of our listeners may even be familiar with him, possibly. His name is Bill Shanks. He was up in the press box yesterday. I don't know if anybody saw it on TV or if it was brought up on the radio. I wasn't listening to the radio broadcast, but whenever Snit pulled Acuna out of the game, we saw Freddie having a little bit of an intense conversation with Snit, and it kind of appeared as if they were butting heads about the situation. This person, Bill Shanks, he said on his radio show today that was not the issue, that Freddie went down into the clubhouse and gave Acuna a piece of his mind after Snit did, and he was just telling Snit what he told him. And so that's what that was about. I've also heard today on this radio show, and this is going to be great news for most Braves fans, those that are not caught up in all the new stats. If they went to the playoffs today, if the playoffs started today, then there would be a definite starting catcher and a definite backup catcher. It would not be a platoon role. It would be a definite starter and a definite backup. Starter would be Brian McCann, with Tyler Flowers being the backup. However, it was also said that September is going to be a tryout for Alex Jackson and John Ryan Murphy, who we acquired at the trade deadline, to see if they can possibly fulfill that backup role, because Tyler Flowers has just been in some
atrocious
sort of crazy funk, F-U-N-K, funk, crazy funk the last 3 months. And so they're obviously backup catcher is a big deal, because catcher is such a volatile position. That is something, anything can happen there. So you want your backup catcher to be as strong as possible. So that's the bit of news I got. Trey, what do you got?
Look, you just want your catcher to catch the ball. That's all we want. I don't care who's back there. And we understand Brian McCann, he's been great. He's been, he's seen the backlash of a lot of these bullpens breakdowns, and you can see he's getting just worn slap out, because he's not let's be honest, Brian McCann is a hero to all of us in Atlanta Bravestown. We understand that. But he's not an everyday catcher, because his legs won't let him. And so when you can have somebody to replace him every other day, or not even every other day, every, 3 or 4 games, that's going to help him out. Alex Jackson is having a tremendous year, 25, 26 home runs down the minor leagues right now. He deserves a shot. But all we ask, I'll repeat this, I just want you to catch the ball. That's your job. Gosh.
Well, the reason why they said that, the reason why he was saying that he would be the starter in the playoffs is because of the days off. Brian McCann is okay to play 2 games back-to-back. It's in that longer series, in that LCS and, Lord willing, a World Series, where, you've got the 2 games and then a break, 3 games, break, 2 games. Those 3 games, you would probably see the backup in one of those. But definitely in a 5-game series, I would expect to see Brian McCann in all of the games. And maybe the backup coming in late to give Brian a breather the last 3 innings or last 2 innings or whatever. So that's kind of what I gathered from that.
Yeah. It's, me personally, I'm not speaking as a broadcaster, I'm not speaking as a media, but just in my opinion as a fan, we need to go ahead and let Murphy and Jackson right now if we can. I'm not asking for an injury to Tyler Flowers, because I don't think we're going to send him down. But and when September does come up in the extended rosters and we can have those guys, of course we have to let somebody catch the ball. Again, just catch the ball. That's all. I guess that's all I can really say. Just catch the ball. So we need somebody that can do that. And Alex Jackson has proved that he can, and he can hit the ball for average, and he can hit the ball out of the ballpark. Again, it's minor leagues. I understand that, but he deserves a chance now to have that opportunity to see if he can, because he was a number 1 draft pick a few years ago, and so he deserves that shot. Now he's starting to get into his own. He's starting to realize that this could be it for me. You're on a potentially a World Series situation team right now, so he's playing extremely well. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Just at least let him catch a few games. If get him 10, 15 games under his belt, get him comfortable with the major league ready situations, and we're going to be fine. We don't need you to catch every single day. One day or every other 5 days, whatever it is, just go out there and do it. Just catch the ball. But Brian McCann has been absolutely everything that Atlanta Braves wanted and was hoping he would be, coming from not only Yankees but also from Houston. So, my friend, I appreciate you like always. You're tuned into the Bravo Time Sports right here on the Community Radio Network. We are live every Monday morning, kicking off at 8 a.m. here on the Community Radio Network. Make sure you can go to our website at crnsports.org for everything that we do. Once again, like always, Trey, Snide, Jordan Crane, we'll see you later, and God bless.